Yo, 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 what's going on? This is Blazing the Scene.
Blazing the Scene.
Episode 909.
Why 09?
I don't know, because we're so close to double digits. Dude, I just had to hear that second
9.
digit in
it's
there.
9. Episode 9, guys. Episode 9.
Episode 09.
And in the studio today, we got a very special friend.
Very special fucking guest.
You may know him from the Hella Tired podcast,
a.k.a. Let's see, that's how I know you guys don't listen to it, bro.
So he wants us to go. He wants us to do his whole spiel, but he don't.
Listen.
But here we like to make it up for him. So
fine.
Hella Tired podcast ran by a.k.a. DeadBubbs.
That's an official
Rest
new
in
one.
peace,
Yeah.
Bubba McComb.
Yep. So this is Bubba McComb, a.k.a. Sad Boy Shinobi, a.k.a. Willy Wonka's Wonder, a.k.a. the Suburban Shaman, a.k.a. DeadBubbs. Hello, everybody, and hello, you too. Thank you for having me on your fucking podcast,
Oh
dude.
man,
Hell
thank
yeah.
you for being on. I love Bubba McComb. Bubba McComb is a beast.
One of my favorite people in the comedy scene,
guys.
especially after this week.
One of my favorite people in the world.
You
know, this
guys.
guy is awesome.
Definitely my favorite person in this room.
You sick fuck.
Yeah, that's all right because I completely hate Dustin. So
I only do this podcast
mutual.
with Dustin because of his hair.
yeah, I just need somebody's hair to be next to mine to make mine look better.
Oh shit! This is starting raw
So
fucking
bad.
roast battle 101 right now, or what?
Oh
This is how
yeah.
it's going in?
This is
It's Josh. If you do
apparently-
anything with
apparently
Josh,
you
it's
don't
going to
watch
turn
our
into
podcast.
roasts.
No, I do. Yeah, you're right.
I see.
Fuck. Shit. Okay.
We don't even listen to our podcast.
Yeah, dude. I don't ever expect, especially comedians, to ever listen to a podcast.
I'm thankful. We have a few people that listen to every episode, all
Right.
8 of them, and
Yeah.
but it's cool. They come up to us, and it's dope to see that people have benefited from it.
Right.
So that's
Right.
like even those 2 people are worth.
Oh, for
Those
sure.
two people
Yeah.
are
Absolutely.
Yeah.
the reason we're almost to episode 10.
Right. No, it's fucking awesome, man. And like, I don't ever expect or feel like anyone should be listening to anyone's shit just because it's their friend. I think sharing is something you can do, like sharing a post that in regards to your friend's creativity, like that is something I'll do all day. But dude, I've got so much shit going on in my mind and things I want to listen to and hear.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to listen to a local podcast unless it's something that's like so fucking interesting that it's like, okay, I'm going to learn from this. Or
There are
like
only
it's
so many hours in the day, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
He just described our podcast. You should be listening.
Yeah.
It's fucking interesting.
And the best part, like 15 minutes.
Yeah. Well, you guys' episodes?
One of them.
They're like 20 minutes.
Okay.
When we have guests on, we take it to about 45 minutes because we want to give a little bit more time
Sure.
to the guests.
And we can only...
If it's just us, we keep it 20 minutes quick. Like
we only get so
should
much
be
memory
doing-
on our
On your fucking Androids, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't want to
man.
say it. Yeah, fuck you. Both of you guys.
Our host
I just
decided
cleared
we only got like
somewhere
45
near 18
megabytes.
gigabytes from my phone, so I'm good to go. All right, we stepped up our game. We got a whiteboard now.
Yeah.
I almost broke the #1 fucking cardinal rule on the podcast, dude. I almost chewed ice right now. And I would have ruined it for myself because I would have hated myself, dude.
Man.
I heard that.
We would have
That makes
forgiven
my
you. We
it
would
makes
have
my mouth hurt.
Dude,
just
my
saying
fucking
that.
my friend Chelsea. I think you guys have met Chelsea.
Oh, yeah, Chelsea
yeah, she has
is
a
legit.
podcast called Flick Chicks, and she wanted me to check out an episode of hers, and I was like, okay, of course. Like, she's pretty close. Her and Sheridan do a podcast that's pretty close to me being like, okay, like I'll check it out and like be interested. But dude, she chewed ice.
Oh, and it drove you nuts.
Nope, I turned it off. I was like, well, I'm not doing that again. You just completely ruined any chance of me listening to the rest of that episode. Like, and there are millions of people out there like me, guys. So make sure if you want to fucking record any source of audio, don't be chewing no fucking ice or potato chips or nothing on the goddamn mic.
Let me jump in on that too.
Yes.
I've been seeing a lot of comics recently with gum in their mouth during their sets.
It's killing me.
Oh my God.
It's such a bad move,
New
man.
comics, please, for the life of God, do not put chewing gum in your mouth and
We
go
can
on
hear it.
stage. Yes.
Yeah.
Where you can hear it.
We can
And
hear it the
when you can
whole
see
time.
it, it's distracting.
Everything you say, you can tell there's a piece of gum floating around in your mouth. And it's like, I want to tell people that. And it's like, maybe there's times you don't mean to go up there, but I would just put it on the stool or something, like set it out of the way.
Please don't put it on the stools. We can't get kicked out of any more open mic.
Oh my God, yeah, you're right, dude. And I can't wait till I'm considered a veteran comic, so that way I can just tell new comics with no reserve to be like, hey man, don't do stuff with gum on your stage.
How long have you been doing comedy now?
I'm in my 10th month or 11th month.
11th month.
Yeah. It'll be a year in August, dude. It's gonna be pretty cool.
Damn.
And Bubba is a grinder.
Killing it.
Please tell the audience about your podcast. How long have you been? How long were you in comedy before you started it?
Well, no, I've been doing podcasting before I started comedy for sure. So me and my buddy Guyver started a podcast called The Communication Breakdown, and that was an audio video podcast. It was a fucking nightmare. Dude, incorporating video and not having someone knowing what they're doing completely is just so frustrating, man. And so between that and between scheduling conflicts and stuff, we just ended up not doing anymore. And then I didn't do it. And then maybe about almost 2 years ago, I did my first ever stand-up set. I did. Okay, so
was it a New Faces?
No, it was open mic at Comedy off Main Street.
Okay.
So rest in peace, Comms.
Rest in peace, Comms.
And dude, I brought. All my friends came, dude, right? So I did my set, and it went really well, of course, because all my friends came.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, dude, this is sick.
Yeah, I thought you were the best.
Not like that, but I was like, oh, shit. I might be pretty good at this. My head was kind of blowing up a little bit. And then, Chris Zucker, the club owner at the time. Yeah, the Zooks.
Yeah, shout out to Zooks.
Yep, invited me
Never
back.
met any of these people.
That's okay.
Or these places.
It's okay. And then he invited me back for the next week. He had this guy coming through, and they were doing 2 shows. And I was like, oh, really? You want to book me? And he's like, yeah. I was like, okay, cool. So I came back and did the 2 shows. Dude, first show, 2 people in the audience, man.
Oh.
That happens, man.
Were they comics?
Just 2 people.
How long of a set were you
7
doing?
minutes, dog.
Ooh. 7's not bad. I've seen
7's
bad
long,
for your second
dude,
time.
For your second time. I didn't have 7 minutes of material.
What was the open mic 5?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you had to do 7.
Dude, it was fucked, bro. And then, and so
Had to write 2 jokes.
They didn't
2
laugh
more jokes.
at all. Not a single fucking chuckle.
man.
Dude.
Where were they sitting in the
Front
audience?
row.
Oh, dude.
I was performing in 2 people. They didn't laugh at all. The comics were outside. For the majority of them were outside. Chris was in the little hallway watching me die, dude. And so after the first show was over, I roll a blunt. Me and all the comics smoke in the back. And I was like, damn, that was fucked, dude. And he's like, yeah, man, sometimes it's just like that. And I was like, I didn't get it yet,
Yeah.
And I heard, Joey Diaz and everybody talking about you got to eat shit on stage. And I was like, well, I fucking got that out of the way.
Oh, no, you never get it out of the way.
And then so the second show came around. 2 people, dog.
Again.
Dang.
2 different people, but 2 people. And this time I opened with an ass-eating joke and lost him right away.
Nice.
Another 7 straight minutes of silence.
Ever in comedy.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. You went straight for the ass-eating material.
Yep. And then so on minute 6, I see my friend's dad walk in. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing here? I was like, the fuck? And after the set, after the show, I was just fucking traumatized at how bad I did. And the guy was like, hey, are you Bubba? And I was like, yeah. He's like, hey, I'm Amanda's dad. She was in a car accident on the way over here. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? So the only friend that came out to support, that wanted to come out to support me, almost fucking died.
Damn.
Coming to my comedy set, and then I ate total shit twice in a row. I was completely dude, I didn't do comedy for a whole year. So I don't consider me doing comedy for 2 years on any rate, because my comedy beginning started and ended in 6 days.
Yo, that's good. What if your comedy career would have started and ended at Comms?
That would have been a sad legacy, bro.
You came back with a vengeance.
Yeah, well, I just got so fucking depressed, dude. Like at the time of my life that I started up at the podcast again, and then then I just fucking started doing comedy, and I was like, okay, cool.
How far after you started comedy did you start doing that?
Almost the same exact time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What episode are you on now?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know, dude. I don't even have my phone in here. I'm such a bad. That's not good. I need to get my phone. I don't know, dude. I can't remember.
Well, let us know some of the. I know you've had some.
Remember, dude.
I know you've had some amazing guests on your show. Like who are some of the top guests?
Dude,
that you've
my
had
favorite guests. So there's like two categories I consider like my podcast, like strangers or like whatever, not celebrities, but just people I don't know that I'd love to have on, and then my friends. You know, so I tend to have way more fun doing my friends, like with stuff with my friend. We know each other. There's no like weird air we have to fucking try and figure out. And then there's like people that I just would love to have on, and those have been really fun. But so like between those two, Steve Simone, man, like that was the highlight, because I met him at the Comedy Store like 2 years ago. No, over 2 years ago when I was at Kill Tony in LA, just as a observer.
Yeah.
Put my name in the bucket just to say fuck it, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't get pulled. But I saw Steve Simone in the hallway, and I loved him from This Is Not Happening and from his comedy in the first place.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, dude, Steve Simone. He's like, hey, buddy. I'm like, hey, man, I'm Bubba McComb. You know, I'm just a huge fan. He goes, oh, dude, nice, pleasure to meet you. He's like, stick around, and I'll give you a copy of my CD, and we can chat and stuff. I was like, oh, dude, what the fuck? Like, you're so nice.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, man, it's fun. Whatever. Thanks for being here. Give me a big hug. I was like, what the
that's
fuck?
awesome.
So just meeting him was already so fucking cool, and he was like the nicest human being ever, which I expected. And then I reached out to him when he was coming into town for some shows at House of Comedy, and I just asked him, I was like, hey, do you want to be on my podcast? I was like on episode like 19, I think, or something. And he was like, sure, buddy, sounds great. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then from then on, I just started sending emails to everyone that I was a fan of, that I would like on the podcast. And out of, a whole bunch of emails, agents and stuff, some of them got back to me and some of them replied directly to me. But out of those people, Steve Simone probably for sure is the most fun. And that's like, no matter who comes on the podcast, dude, like that was probably the most exciting.
Yeah.
I just loved him. I loved him as
had that like moment prior to the podcast.
And his energy, bro, I can't explain it. It's just like so
it was smooth
fucking
interview.
pure.
Wasn't weird at all.
It was crazy.
We linked back up with him again at the Comedy Store when we were out in LA, and at Kill Tony, Steve Simone brought ice cream and popsicles
for everyone. For
everybody. The nicest guy, bro.
Dang.
Rolled a cooler into the Comedy Store.
Yeah, man.
Bro,
Wow.
So we talked to him afterwards, and his energy, dude, he was super cool, dude. And now, he
you guys
offered
are,
us,
of course, talking about the trip we all went on, dude. I had to leave early.
Oh,
you guys just had a great time without me.
Yeah, this is just another event.
No one
that
wanted to do
you missed
anything
out
crazy
on.
the first night, but second night when I left.
Exactly, that's how things usually
Hey, but you
work.
know what? We made up for it for this past weekend. You
We
were there
did.
for that.
Yeah, I know.
You know
We
what?
made
Shout
up for
out
it.
to Bubba McComb for putting us on.
It's McComb, but no S. It's fine.
No. I like this because there's two.
Okay, that's fine.
There's like
Wait.
1.5 of you.
All right, Joshua
Who's
Harrison.
Bubba McComb?
Huh?
I thought Bubba McComb died this weekend.
Yeah. But okay, so what? All right, so if I died, all right, so check this out. If I died, but I'm still, palpable, you can see me, touch me, whatever.
Yeah, you're a zombie.
Am
Yeah,
I
you're
a zombie
You're a
though?
zombie.
But if I transcended into something a little better though, you
Should
know
we
what I mean?
explain how
Yeah.
Bubba McComb died
Okay,
this
hold on.
weekend?
We're getting to okay. Bubba invited us to perform at Pitch a Tent Music Festival, which is a rave. This is a rave atmosphere, rave weekend. You're camping out in the woods.
Yep.
We went out there and we did the full blown rave experience. And June 22nd, 6:30 p.m. Bubs walked out into the forest.
Yeah. After
And
ingesting a very, very healthy amount of mushrooms.
Yes, the shroomies were kicking.
Yeah.
And
So
peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
Shout out to Smuckers. Can we real quick? That shit was fire. Huh?
Was it as good as coming out as it was going in?
I had a bunch
actually.
of those PB&Js, but so he had it with the shroomies. and he went out into the forest and he just puked it up, and he came back dead.
I felt great though.
Dead.
That was the
Yeah,
crazy
exactly.
part.
Great.
Yeah,
I
because,
know.
because there's no stress of paying bills or credit anymore. You're dead.
Yeah, dude, I was like, all right, let's go, guys.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah,
whoa,
no,
you need to
yeah.
sit down, dude. I'm like, nah, what the fuck?
He had no color in his face, and he's just like, all right, guys, let's go. We're like, no, you need to sit. He's like, no, I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah,
I
so
was.
now he's dead. He's DeadBubbs now.
Yeah, man. But here's the thing,
Are
though.
we gonna
Long
need
live DeadBubbs.
Are we gonna need a white noise machine to process this audio?
Put a filter on mine before it's processed. Like, oh shit, that's what he's been saying. Have you guys ever had like a fucking paranormal experience, dude? Like a legit one?
One.
I had one more, but I don't think I did. Like, it was my mind playing, my eyes playing tricks on
Are
me.
you sure?
Yeah, it was like
Okay.
somebody had like, I was a little kid, and somebody had like one of those, those little hands to hold rings? This is like a little plaque, like a hand plaque, and it was like close enough to the window where I could see the hands like moving, and it was freaking the shit out of me. But I was like a little kid,
Right,
so it
right.
could have made
It's
it.
one of those things like if you stare at it long enough.
Exactly.
Okay.
Man, one time I was laying on my couch at one of my old apartments.
Of course you were.
Yeah,
You mean your bed?
and I was just not that time, but I was fucking around on my phone, and the kitchen light was on,
Yeah.
and I heard a click, and the fucking light went off. My fucking kitchen light just went off by itself.
With the click.
I heard the click,
So, but
and it
was
fucking
the
went off.
switch down?
Did you get
Yeah,
up
I
and
had to
look?
get up and go flip the switch.
See, that's
It was
sketchy, bro.
horrible.
Wait, was the TV on?
Yeah, the
Okay.
TV was on.
That's sketchy, bro.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
So I
man.
got up and I went outside and I chain smoked cigarettes for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was
That's healthy.
the.
It's a perfect. That's exactly what I would have done.
I mean,
He's like, I'm going to give this ghost cancer.
you want
getting
to
outta here.
possess this body, it ain't gonna last long.
Dustin, open a window. For Christ's sakes.
Have you ever had any situations like that?
Dude, I've had like a couple that I was just like, what the fuck was that kind of deal? But not like, whoa, that was a paranormal situation. Other than one time, and again, paranormal only because it was I had to deal with like an entity that had since passed, right? Like, so my grandma had passed away at this point, and I was like 16 or 15 years old. She passed away pretty recently, and I got really, really, really sick. Like, not because of that, but it just so happened I got sick pretty shortly after that happened. And like I was fucking really sick, bro, and I was hallucinating in my bathroom. Like I was like taking a bath. And I was hallucinating. It was like my grandma like talking to me and shit. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, she kept telling me like, it's okay. Like, it's okay. I'm like, what? Like, what's okay? She's like, it's okay. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And I was just kind of not tripping, but I was like legitimately hallucinating from my fever and shit, bro. Like,
man.
and that wasn't paranormal, but that was inexplicable, really. Like, what the fuck, you know? But other than that, nah. A lot of crazy shit tripping, but not paranormal. Yeah.
Have you seen her since you died this weekend?
No. I was looking for her. I was like, oh shit, this is real. Hold on real quick. Shirley? Where art thou? Dude, that'd be fucking... some points in time over the weekend, I really feel like I was about to just start float. Like, I had my legs crossed, and like I was just going to start floating. It was like you're floating all the way up to the trees. Like,
Oh, dude, yeah. Like I didn't feel steps anymore. It's like
Autopilot.
I was moving, but I wasn't taking steps.
Yeah. My feet, though, by the end of those 2 days were so goddamn sore. The rest of my body, whatever, dude. Honestly, it didn't feel that bad. But my feet, dude, like my feet muscles.
Because you two don't stop moving.
Oh yeah.
Please
Josh
don't stop the
probably felt
music. Please don't stop the...
Josh dances from his shoulders up.
Yeah, I did.
But it's still smooth somehow.
Yeah, but it came out into a great joke on stage. They loved it. I said I was dancing, but I was like the inflatable tube guy. Because I couldn't move my feet. Yeah, and I was like, and the dance
You're
move.
totally right.
Did it? And it worked so well.
Looks like you're flossing your ears.
Have you tried any jokes yet since the rave?
No. I haven't written any down, man.
Yeah.
Which is my mistake, honestly. I should have wrote way
you
more
should be
down
getting on
during
it,
during that time.
I know
but,
you guys were giving me shit, but
My phone died. I got a couple. But
yeah, like the shit consistency joke is funny, but it was not funny outside of a rave or outside of, because if you haven't been to one, then it's like okay, well, what is this guy kind of talking about? But like for those of you who don't know, if you've never been to a rave or an EDM festival, I guess the PC culture term to use an EDM festival.
The new kids call it that.
Sorry, guys.
The big festival show.
Yeah, the EDM festival. So there are, I would say, a 90-10 split of people doing and not doing drugs at these EDM festivals. And when you ingest drugs, usually your shit doesn't come out solid at all. It just kind of falls out. I know it's a gross thing to think about, but that was one of the things I'd brought up on stage. I was like, yeah, I noticed that like there's no solid shits. It's all just drug shits in every potty. And like they were cracking up. But if I told that joke like, you know, at the House of Comedy or something, they'd be like, what the fuck?
Oh,
dude?
yeah. That's
well, Dustin,
you guys got some universal ones out of the trip that you guys wrote down for sure.
Dustin tried to get me with his little water gallon joke, and nobody saw the humor in it.
I fucked up. I fucked it up.
Okay, so you misworded it?
Yeah, I misworded it.
I don't really see it that humorous. You know, I know people were putting shit in water.
Because you're the fucking...
Yeah, back me up over here, DeadBubbs.
I got you,
No.
It's
so,
all each other.
The guy who wouldn't leave us alone would just grab people's water and drink from it, and I didn't want to be sharing anything with him because he was gross.
You don't think if any of those people just found a random water jug behind a tree, they would just not take it?
Could be drugs.
Yeah, they'd drink it. They would chug the shit out of it.
No, I doubt it.
Yeah.
Not if we hit it good enough.
If I was out of water and saw one behind a tree, I would drink that water.
You wouldn't have seen it behind a tree.
What if it's pissed,
All I'm saying, all I'm saying.
Noah Gallon.
Yeah. Shout out to Noah Flores, dude. You crazy son of a bitch.
This comes
He
up
just
so
turned
often.
21. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday, too, dog.
It's official. Your life is on a downward spiral from here on out, dude. 21 and you already enjoy alcohol. That's not a good thing, but
we love you, buddy.
Yeah, we love you, bro.
Oh, there we go. Cough right into it.
Yeah, Noah is my roommate. It's fun.
So this is a recurring subject on the podcast.
It's come up a couple times.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, how do you not talk about a full gallon of piss?
Yeah, Tristan brought it up too.
Yeah, Tristan
last
did
episode.
Too.
Okay, this one's it's because
this is a part of the podcast. The piss jug. We need to get the
piss jug
sticker.
minute.
We need to get a sticker piss jug to give out to people. They just say Blazing the Scene podcast
on the
it.
piss jug.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fucking funny, dude.
oh man.
Oh yeah,
that'll be some sort of merch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it. You can always not piss in a jug. You
Yeah,
know?
there's always an option.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, even if you're driving,
it's unexplainable. He didn't even have a good explanation for it. He didn't.
No, of course not.
How do you piss into a jug to the point that it's filled to the top?
Because he's fucking disgusting, dude.
Yeah.
Or he's sending that somewhere for money, which then in that case, you're a fucking genius.
I don't go into his room.
Dude, you could get high off of drinking that piss. Yo, we did a show on Tuesday at Rips.
Oh yeah.
And
Let's talk about that.
Yes.
Oh, man.
So we did a show with a LA comic. It was me.
Don't name him.
Me, I'm not. No names.
Yeah.
It was me, DeadBubbs, and Dustin.
me.
Yeah, and Heb D. And so we the show was completely unorganized. We did a coin flip to see who opened up the show. No host. Yeah, no host. We just there was four of us, including the LA comic.
Just brought each other up.
Who, by the way, was going to headline for an hour, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And
so
to set the scene, Rips is a very
Rips is just like a local bar, but it has a really good stage.
It does.
It's a great
Amazing
stage and
yeah.
a very not
so
crazy
we
great bar.
surprised everybody at the venue of the comedy show. They had no clue because this dude did no marketing. He even said he's like, I'm awful at marketing. So like nobody knew there was going to be a comedy show
just
except
dropped
for the
it on
four of
them.
us. Yeah,
It never goes well when you just spontaneous comedy.
yeah. But so Dustin opened it up. And he was able to draw the crowd's attention. And,
did great.
And
it was
did
fun.
great. And they were,
Not at all, but it wasn't fun.
We won the crowd for the night. But I don't know if you know this, because we left early to go hit open mics. 20 minutes into his 1 hour headlining set, he got pulled off the stage.
I heard, dude.
Yeah.
I heard. Doesn't inform me.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
man.
Because you know
That
what's funny?
sucks.
Because 20 minutes into his set was probably only about 10 minutes, 12, no, not even like 8 minutes before I left.
Yeah.
It must have just happened when I left.
So me and you left. I thought we were all on the same page. That we were leaving. Dustin was.
I went to the bathroom.
I thought he left.
I went to the bathroom and you were gone.
So he sat down.
I
and
sat down and
for-
waited like 5 more minutes. I was like, where the fuck is this man?
Did you call Josh?
This is the
I
second
think
time
he
he's
did,
done
but
this
I
shit.
was on the phone, and I have an old
You're a
Samsung.
dick, dude. You didn't
No,
say
dude,
goodbye.
yeah, he's a piece of
thought-
shit.
no,
I
thought-
said bye to you.
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought we were all rolling
You
to the
said
same mic, so I thought he
Oh
already
my
took off.
God.
Bro,
That's so
I
funny.
literally was sitting next to you, and I just turned to you and I said, "Hey, bro, I'm going to the restroom."
I did not even hear that. My bad.
And then I fucking come
I
back
thought you
and you're-
left because like Bubs like
I thought you went
was
to go
putting
grab
my
me a
stuff
beer
away,
or
and
something?
Bubs was like, "Yo, you ready
your
to go?"
buddy
And I
old
was
pal?
like, "Yeah." I thought he already said something to you, you know.
Fuck, dude.
But
And, like,
he
how-
made it, and then you got on the open mic list, and we just sat there and waited all night.
Oh,
That
you,
was-
you guys didn't get up?
No, but it was beautiful. You didn't have to come. You didn't have to wait long. That was nice.
I literally put my name in the next round. I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
that's sick.
that happened for Dustin too. The
Yeah,
last
that
time.
happened
I
last
went.
time I went.
Sometimes I think Matt was just getting fucking a little tipsy, not shaking
Yeah.
the bucket up very well.
We are discussing the hot mic at Crescent Ballroom, ran
Great
by Matt
fucking-
Micheletti. Shout out to Matt
Shout out
Micheletti.
to
It
Matt.
has become
Oh, this is one of the
dopest.
yeah, it's like the killer mic
it
for
is
the week.
dopest open mic in the valley right now. I think he's had 2 news articles about it already.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
dude.
it's awesome. It's awesome, man. I love
And-
to see local comedy just
Yeah.
flourishing.
And now it's
Yeah.
going to a monthly show in the main room of the Crescent Ballroom instead
Yeah.
of the little side room.
yeah.
So that's fucking sick.
Yeah, no, there's actually room for all of us. Like it's packed out in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's crazy for an open mic.
Yep.
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 It's an open mic that has like 40 to 60 people just there to watch people do open mic sets, which is unheard
crazy.
of. Unheard of.
Yep.
You will never see that.
Lots of first timers too.
Yeah.
That was just kind of
It almost is like
Yeah.
a Kill Tony mic. Open
yeah,
mic,
except for
like the
no
people.
no degradation or degradation.
Yeah.
There was still like 20, 30 names in the bucket
Yeah.
when he had to call the last name. It was
Someone put their fucking
Slam.
name in the bucket twice.
Yeah.
no, it was like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah,
serious?
he
most
called
of
it.
the
He
time.
pulled it a few times.
What a fuck, dude.
And he left before it got called.
He didn't even. He wasn't even there to go.
That's
up.
so whack, honestly.
Yeah.
That's a blacklist move right there.
It is, bro.
Man.
I don't know how serious people are with the blacklist, though. You know, like I've had to blacklist somebody at my open mic on Sundays because the dude came in and he was inappropriate with the female manager of the restaurant.
Right,
where it's
right.
at. Yeah, and so I was like, dude, you're not performing here.
Yeah.
And then he tried twice, didn't get to perform. Then he went to Lost Leaf. They had an open mic, and he got 86 from there after his set. So
My
it was
God,
perfect.
do we know him?
No.
Okay.
You haven't had
I've never.
He's
never
heard
seen-
stories. He's,
yeah,
bro,
I've
it's
never seen.
ridiculous.
Tampon Man?
No.
Because that's the only guy I've seen that was just like, this could for sure get shut down by someone if they wanted to.
I've only heard tales of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was at a Chatoso show one
Somebody,
night.
I got
This is one we were on,
I got a
right?
friend
Yeah.
request, and somebody said, just ignore it.
Same exact advice I got. Yeah.
Just ignore it. You don't need that.
And I was like, okay, say it. Hey, don't even say no more, dude.
Yeah.
There's something. And then it was just kind of proved like, oh yeah, okay, cool, yeah, I'm good. You know, he wasn't like the funniest blatant comic ever. You know what I mean? He was
Yeah.
just really vulgar, but it wasn't clever or like that funny. I'm not talking shit. I don't even actually like doing this. It's just, you know, if you're gonna have a name like that and a reputation like that, like, you should probably be the funniest guy like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Well,
fuck it.
and it's
whatever.
just like the negativity is not needed in the scene,
Right,
You know,
right.
I don't know. I don't care for negativity to be around me. At
I
all.
will not allow it.
Yeah.
Like, it can exist around me in a place I can't control, like a bar or
Yeah.
whatever, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have to be around it, like, you know, but in my life, everyday life, or whoever I fucking interact with, like, there's people I just will not say hi to, and dude, out of maybe 6 or 7 people in my life, one of them is a comedian, and I'm just like, I'm just good, man.
Yeah.
Never saying hi to that guy, and I'm just like, fuck him, like whatever. He's not gonna break me or make me, so fuck it. Like, I just don't like that dude at all.
Yeah.
No, it's never the funny people either.
No,
it's never the good comics.
No, because the good comics don't fucking. Well, I'm not gonna say that either. That's just and like an extra part, like a gold star for someone to be able to be funny and then not be an asshole. Like you don't have to be good at socializing, just don't be a dick.
Yeah,
it's not much to ask, you know.
Exactly.
But I feel like we're fortunate in Phoenix, man. Like I think almost just about everyone is cool as fuck.
Yeah, spent some time out. We all did. We went and hit some LA open mics and did a LA show, and it's just a different vibe out in LA. LA, they're
cutthroat.
They're very competitive, and out here it's like
every time we walk into a mic, we say hi to every single person in the room. Like
everybody gets a hello. You know,
everyone knows everyone.
I'm happy to see you out grinding tonight. You know, I'm glad
every time one of us gets a show or gets something, every comic in the scene pretty much will like your shit.
Yeah. And then you have some people saying like, you shouldn't fucking gaslight each other, dude. It doesn't make anyone better. It's like, dude, we're not saying, hey, man, your jokes are the funniest shit I've ever heard in your life. You fucking deserve more than this. I'm just saying, good for you for the opportunity. Why can't you fucking be happy?
Support. That's all you have to do is support.
Is there people funnier than me?
Thing.
Dude.
Yeah, there's people way funnier.
But does that mean someone deserves the opportunity that I created for myself more than me? Like, absolutely fucking not, dog.
And you grind, man.
I just try.
What is your tactics? Like, let some of these newer comics know, like how you, because Bubba's gotten on shows in L.A. He's gotten us on the rave scene now. He's got
EDM festival, bro.
Yeah, dog.
He got us hooked up with EDM festivals. Like, you have had great guests on your show. I know you said that you email, but like, how many are you doing follow-up emails? Are you
not really? I mean, dude, honestly, people who book shows, like, they want to book people, or not everyone wants to book new comics or anything, but like just shows like even This Week Sucks Tonight, like they always want to book new comics and see new names on there or whatever. That wasn't hard, I just asked, but people want to sit around and like, well, they haven't reached out to me, so I'm like, dude, no one is gonna reach out to you, dude.
There's like 100 comics in the scene,
dude. There's
like 300 comics,
and dude, and 200 of those can do a pretty good 5 minutes, like a very
solid,
whatever, not scary 5 minutes, and I'm involved in that conversation. Except I feel like I'm not annoying, but any inquiry I ever make is like, it looks and sounds professional, bro. It's not, hey, dude, book me on your show. Or, hey, dude, do you need any more people on your show? It's like, hey, man, I'm Bubba McComb. Like, I'm from Phoenix. Here's like the local shows I've done. I do this. I've had this person on my podcast, and I link them to my website that I paid for just to seem more professional.
Wow.
I'm not a goddamn professional comedian.
Shout out that website real quick.
Just fucking BubbaMcComb.com, dude.
There we go.
That's all it is.
No S.
No S. But it's like, dude, that's literally. I'm not making myself out to be better than anyone. It's just like, for people who don't know who the fuck I am, who have never seen me perform, I've got a little video on there that's like, almost none of the video is what I do now or still, so it's good.
Yeah, that sucks,
bro. That's the worst.
Yeah, well, to me it's good, because if I could kind of put that on the website and they can be like, okay, thumbs up.
If you can get booked on that, then your stuff you're doing now,
then I'm way more confident in my 5 to 10 minutes now than I was when I made that video. So it's not meticulous. It's just, I don't want to be perceived as someone who's unprofessional. I'm not a professional, but I'm not unprofessional.
Yeah.
And it's
I feel you.
People just fucking yip-yapping on Facebook, bro, and just getting into people's business. It'll just ruin your reputation, dude.
Yeah.
And as a booker, and me who just like books a few people every other week for, the grand and stuff, it's just like, I'm not going to book the people who are out there just talking shit all day.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to even be involved in the drama at all. Nothing against the person. It's just against the action. Like, it's just like, nah, I don't want to do that. So, and then, sometimes things just happen. Like, Ashley Mosby, her and Jay Lujan, who created, and they run Pitch a Tent Music Festival. Ashley just saw me do a set at Shady Park that I wasn't even supposed to be on. And that was like the day before I left for a little while. And she was like, "Hey, dude," she's like, "I liked your set. I put together an EDM festival every year. Like when we're doing comedy this year, we'd love to like for you to be a part of it." I was like, "Oh shit, cool."
Hell yeah.
I didn't even. That's the thing. I didn't try at all for that. I tried to get on Shady Park real quick, but like out of that came this past weekend.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy, dude. The world will take care of itself if you just
happen
try.
when they're supposed to.
If you just sit around and hit an open mic, like I don't hit every fucking open mic every night, but I hit the ones I can, like the ones that like not even that I can, just the ones I want to, and it's like, okay, I want to work some new shit out.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. Or just to go see some comedians, or I'll go to a show just to be around comedy. I'm not the fucking hardest working comedian in a sense of like the time I put on stage, but I'm trying to make sure everything I do is
you're
meticulous.
hitting a lot of bases too at the same time.
Yeah, I just want to be meticulous in what I do. Like I don't want to oversaturate like my mind with gotta perform tonight, and nothing against the grind, dude. Like if you're out there trying out new shit and your mind gives you new shit to try and you want to try out the old jokes different ways, like I completely tip my hat to everybody. But right now I'm just like fucking making sure that I just do what I want. Like, and the only way you can do what you want is to try. It's just so fucking simple, dog.
No,
like,
for sure. No, I feel you.
like, I wanted to be on your podcast. I passive aggressively joked about, it's so, it's so sick, dude. Have you had me on your podcast yet? And you're like, no, dude. Like, we want you on the podcast.
Man, no, we figured you were just a little higher level than we are right now.
No, dude. It doesn't matter at all. And that's the cool thing about you guys and like our small, it's not even a clique, but it's like the small group that we fuck with right now.
Yeah.
None of us are like that. I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, I don't care who's doing what. If you're cool, let's be around each other.
Hell yeah.
Like, I don't care what level anyone's on, man. And no one's better than anybody. Like, the ego is just so fucking funny, man. And when people walk around with a giant ego and they're just like, no, dude, those fucking dudes don't deserve that. They're fucking 2-year comics. And I just hear these little ramblings. I'm like, fucking suck my dick, dude. Like, you are just bitching and not sending emails, dog. Like,
emails. You are big
people.
on emails.
Dude, I'll make you a fucking business email. Just fucking let me know, bro. Just like... not if you suck though, honestly, and I don't know you. I'll make anyone in this room a business email. But anyways, yeah, there's no secret.
It's just Bubba McComb comedy at gmail.com.
Yeah, and again, I'm not I'm nothing in comparison to what I'd like to be, and same for you guys.
For sure, yeah.
But we are on the right path.
Absolutely.
I feel that. And
we're first year comics. This guy's getting old now.
Yeah, sophomore, baby.
I'm not even a year and a half in yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm still.
Still in the incubator, dude.
Yeah.
You're in like summer school freshman.
Yeah. I'm still in the infancy, bro. I'm still like shitting myself. Like, there's still and what comedy takes.
Yeah.
There's still so much I have
I'm
to
so
grow.
ready for it, dog.
Yeah.
I don't care how much grinding it takes, dude. It's so fun.
I love when you're on stage and you just like you say something new or add a new tag and you're like, oh man.
Yeah.
How have I been missing that? Because that just controls the whole flow of the joke. Like, it's such and like when you come up with little things like that. It's like, man, every that's why it's like
something you make yourself. It's like your little baby you're bringing up there.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, I'll practice the same jokes, but I'm always like, what am I missing?
Yes.
Something I'm missing here because it's still getting laughs and it's still going the way I'd like. But
and it could even just come down to the time, the rhythm. It could be you're saying something a half second too fast or too slow.
Yeah. Even like the timing. Do you guys count in your head?
No,
timing.
No.
I don't count my head, but I've been trying to get myself to start doing it because I know it'll help. Because I'll just sit there, but I usually base it off the laughter.
Okay.
Like I try to never stomp on my laughter.
Same.
Unless I know what I had to say next is going to bang even harder, and I got to hurry up and get it out there laughing too long.
See, I haven't became that meticulous yet. Like, there's like one step at a time for me type shit. within the last 3 months, maybe, stopped looking at the ground and made sure I was looking at someone always.
Yes.
After that hosting seminar, dude. It was like mate, don't stop, don't look at the ground, and I'm like, oh, dude, that's a lot. I get that feedback a lot that I look at the ground.
Yeah, it's a bad habit.
They can tell I'm nervous and stuff.
Well, it's not even nervous, but you're not able to connect with the audience if you're not making that eye contact with them. Like, it's like when you're that student and the teacher's looking at you while they're teaching the lesson, you're like, fuck, like I can't look away.
Exactly.
Now. Yeah, and so that's why you gotta I try to just work from left to right, back and forth, trying to catch everybody's eyes. But I had the hard time with it too. I used to look at everybody right at the hairline.
Yep. And then you can even see them perk up, and then it's like, oh shit, like he's looking at me. I got to pay attention.
Yep.
And if you just hit everyone with a little bit of that, everyone like, oh shit, like, and I don't know. So I've been putting a lot of actual focus into doing that, and now it's like, cool, dude. It's just a part of it now.
Yeah,
that's some good advice.
Yeah. Because I've never seen, unless you're just one of those timid comics that it plays off of your like style, and
your
it plays
persona,
off your like looking at the ground or whatever, making you seem more nervous is funnier. Sure, but that was the best advice I think I've gotten so far, is to make sure you're always looking at somebody in the eyes.
Yes.
Like, and I was like, okay, cool, fuck it.
Yeah.
And then so here we are.
I know Ralphie May says, look left.
Said.
Rip.
Rip.
Have you seen him since you died?
God damn it. That was a good one. Okay.
So Ralphie May said that you look left, look right. As you deliver the punchline, look down the center.
Okay.
And so that's how I try to do mine. So I always look to the left, then I'll look to the right side of the room, then I'll hit back to the middle every time I'm delivering. Try to. Sometimes you miss because timing's just like, I'm not going to whip my head that fast.
Sure. Sure. But no, that's good advice, man. And any advice that I receive right now is good. Okay, I'll try that. Or thank you for the advice. And the whole playing with the mic cord, dude. I was so bad at that.
I've got a bad habit now, of, like putting my hand on the mic stand, and just holding it there the entire set.
I do that during open mics.
Okay.
And it's just because I'm just hanging out. But every time I do the same thing. I come on stage, take the mic out of the mic stand, and I place it back to the left.
Way back.
Yeah, way back
Not
to the left.
Not next to you.
So that way I don't accidentally step on it or run into it. And then I know exactly where it's going to be when I reach back. Because I start in the middle of the stage.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to end in the middle of the stage. And I'll pull it up when I'm doing my final joke.
Yeah.
Like, I'll have it ready because I don't want to be turning my back after I just delivered my final punchline and I'm about to get off the stage.
And I've made that mistake a few times where as I'm about to do the punchline, I'm already grabbing I turn my back to the audience.
Yes.
I'm like, and then what?
I'm pretty sure I do all of these things right now.
Well, that's why. That's why I try to time it to where I know, like, I'll pull it up just for the final joke. Like, as I'm getting ready, like, I have like my little thing where I'm letting the audience know that it's going to be the final joke and letting the host know it's going to be the final joke. And then that's when I'll grab it when I'm saying that.
And what I was literally going to say, though, is like, again, it's one of those like stage personas thing. Like, your stage persona, Dustin, is like so lax and like so like cool that you putting your hand on the mic stand like can play into it.
Oh, thanks, man. No one's ever called me cool before.
No, but seriously though, dude, like it almost like it works. Like you're just like using it as a prop to like exuberate your coolness. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
But every piece of advice,
it's totally not because I'm fucking just getting my hand stuck there. I don't know what happened. I used to not do that shit.
Fuck it, dude.
I used to be good about taking it out of the stand.
There's bad habits that you pick up, and you gotta like consciously like you guys said you still fuck with The Wire. I don't
fuck with The Wire
I don't think.
anymore.
Okay, yeah,
Not
I don't
anymore.
either. But
I've
I used
seen
to be
it disconnect too many times to get too nervous to touch it.
I used to have this like awful habit of when I'd have to like, as I'm telling jokes, I'm whipping around the fucking mic cord.
Right.
And I'm like, what am I doing? Or I'd like, when I first started, when I was nervous, I'd wrap it up until I ran out of cord.
Dude,
and it's all in my hand.
Same,
yeah.
dude.
So that was
It's so distracting.
I used to rub my belly Like my first couple weeks.
Used to.
so
I get
funny.
nervous. I just like rub my stomach.
Dude, that's fucking hilarious. And it's funny because, dude, I think we should be proud of ourselves, man, because all these little habits, we've become cognizant of them, and like sometimes
I
we've been
almost
able to
forgot.
correct them.
Yeah, you almost forget, like, because you just move on to the next habit that you
Yeah.
got to break.
Yeah, and then
You forget about all the stuff you've gotten over and gotten
Yeah.
past.
Yep, it's a lot.
You're constantly
Yeah.
just thinking about the next thing you got to work on.
It really is a lot. And even Brian Ritchie told me, like, dude, if you're going to wear a hat on stage, make sure that it's like you can see your fucking face, man.
Yeah.
Like, don't wear your hat so low. I'm like, oh, dude, I literally never even thought about that shit. And so now every time before I go on stage, I at least pull my hat up a little bit so my forehead's showing.
Yeah.
So the light shines on my eyes and stuff. And I was like, these little tiny things that I was just like, okay, cool. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, if someone's giving me some fucking advice that I'm like, all right, that's too
Like
peculiar.
you should wear a button-up shirt and tuck it in and wear a vest.
Or what the fuck is the deal? Don't wear shorts on stage. What is that?
I don't like it. I
What
don't
is-
like people wearing shorts on stage. I feel like
But what is? But what?
because
it's
everyone's
like-
staring at your knees.
Yeah, it's like a
Who?
distraction.
I
The
am.
audience.
I'm looking at your. I'm looking at
I've
your
never worn
audience.
shorts on stage, but
the
like,
audience
I
is
don't get it.
usually their head is usually waist level or leg level when they're
All right.
sitting.
So they're all looking at your weird
Yeah,
ass
so they're
knees,
all looking
dude.
at
True.
because it's just an extra distraction.
You're right,
It's
and
like a roadie wearing a fucking all yellow jumpsuit.
Yeah, especially if you have like tattoos or something.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay, fuck it. Fuck you, Josh.
Yeah.
It's unprofessional, bro. Like,
Don't-
would you,
hey, man.
all this
like, would you ever show up
professional
to would you show up to a date in shorts and flip flops?
I would for. Okay, hold on.
Okay,
Let
this
me,
is-
wait. Let me stop you there, man.
Yeah.
I, for one, would never wear flip flops.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
That's why that's why I fuck with
I'm
you.
not a
Wait, let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
we're
Try
doing a
twice.
we're doing a 3-way dab right now that
Yeah,
you can't
yeah.
see because grown men should not be wearing flip flops.
It's
I
just.
just can't do it.
Dude,
It feels uncomfortable.
I hear the sound. I think, here comes this fucking douchebag. And then I turn around and see who it is. And lo and behold, it's usually a fucking douchebag wearing. And it's always coupled with, like, okay, it's either one of three things, bro. It's the flip flops coupled with cargo shorts.
Yep, I knew you were gonna say
And
cargo shorts.
or plaid
Yeah.
cargo shorts. Or just Dickies. Just fucking Dickies that are really long and gray.
Yeah.
They're never fucking tan or black. They're just gray. And the dude is wearing a fucking tank top made of like the super loose vintage material.
And they're not the ones that are just when you get a Hanes white
No,
beater. It's the
no,
ones that
no.
are cut really weird.
Yep, it's got like an acid wash fucking skull with
yes.
like wings behind it, and he's wearing like spy sunglasses or something
He's
with
got,
a
he's got
flat bill hat.
sunglasses with little slits in them.
Oh, this fucking dickhead, and he's like wearing like like a fucking Jesus, like a cross necklace.
he's got a gold chain on. He's got a gold chain.
Oh, you know he
for
is,
sure.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
With the-
that guy.
Yeah.
Not a big one. Like
No.
a little
Yeah, but
skinny.
the cross is too big,
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, you got it, man.
and he's cussing up a
Flip-
storm, drinking a polar pop.
It's either that guy or flip flops matched with jeans, and you're about to learn about Jesus.
Oh my god!
For
If-
sure.
If he's got the jeans, he's definitely got a frappuccino with him, like the Starbucks cup in hand.
Yeah, or just just suntanned, weird, oddly,
yeah, too dark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
like
he's got like the
3 shades too dark.
He left his sunglasses on the beach and he fell asleep. He fucking took a nap on the beach,
what a
dude. Just got
jackass.
sun.
Where's it- where's
God
his-
kissed me.
Where's his
What about bro? Like, okay, so I'm cool with like the smash sandals. You know, the one strap.
I ain't even cool with those.
No, bro,
The
but
slides, like
yeah,
the
the
slides?
slides, bro. But sometimes you just
Okay.
need to go check the mail real quick.
That's
you
fine.
know,
You
like
know
I
what?
understand that.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna wear socks, at least wear clean socks. You ever seen a guy just wearing dirty ass socks
I'm
with
from
it?
I'm from Avondale.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I have seen that.
I got
John.
white socks in general.
White socks with slides, but like the bottom of their socks look terrible, dude. And it's like
Yes.
good. And every time like their fucking heel comes up before the foot, it's like the dirty ass
The
heel.
foot's never even sitting all the way in the
No.
sandal.
It's like some fucking
It's always
red
sideways
ripped and
and
one
shit,
shorts.
yeah.
They never fit. They never fit them right. They're either their toes
those
are coming
always
out the front.
accompanied by either jersey
crammed
shorts
in.
or sweat shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Never anything between, bro.
yeah.
Fucking A, you're right, dude. Yeah, it's funny how much a piece of clothing can make me feel about you.
Yeah.
You know? and that is a new, little premise I'm working on. Is just like people who don't judge people are just like irresponsible. It's like, like you should.
You judge your friends, you could be saving them.
That's what yeah, dude. Like, again, I have so there's this guy at work that we used to work with, 50. His name is not 50.
Oh, 50 Cent? He's working 50?
No, this guy, dude, I want to say his name because I just want to talk shit, but it's not even necessary. I don't work with him anymore. It's just this guy is the worst fucking guy ever, dude. And it's funny that I'm like, it's embedded in my mind that way, but the flip-flop image, because the first time I ever fucking saw this guy, I heard him first, dude. Like, I heard the flip-flops, bro, and I was like, oh my fucking God. And it's either just like some obnoxious chick with us trying to swing her hips too hard, or it's just like a guy with fucking flip-flops on. And I turned around, dude, and I shit you not, man. This guy had green flip-flops on, tan cargo shorts, a striped tank top, glasses on inside, and cornrows. And he was white.
Oh, well, yeah.
Good Lord. Was he skinny?
Dude, he was like, oh, man, how can I explain? He was like he maybe hadn't been to the gym in like 6 months. Like, he wasn't fat, but he wasn't like ripped or anything. He's just a fucking
dad bodding it.
Nah,
he got in shape, got all this confidence, went out, became a douchebag.
He wore
and then
diamond
forgot
stud
to work
earrings,
out.
dude, and tribal tattoo. I mean, I know you got some tribal, but that's at least not embarrassing at all on any front. He got the fucking
the armband.
You already know what kind of tribal I'm talking about.
Man,
the white guy tribal.
Yeah.
And he was, and you know what? You know what I said on my mind when I saw him? Fuck this guy. Didn't even have to meet him, dude. And guess what? He was the biggest piece of shit I ever met working at that job, dude. And I was like, yeah, I'm good at this. Like, I can just look at someone and be like, yes or no. And that's that, bro. I don't feel bad at all. But so probably a lot of friendships I would not have let happen based off of what they're wearing.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro. For sure. I have a friend that we've known each other for like 20-something plus years, and I'm like, bro, if we met as adults, we would not be friends.
How is this full dress, dude?
Oh, bro, flip-flops all the fucking time, busted toes, hairy feet.
Domestic violence charges, you think?
No.
Flip-flops, you always got to ask, right?
Yeah, no. He's just, you know what I'm saying? Just improper footwear knowledge.
If you're wearing flip-flops, dude, you've probably been arrested, honestly. Let's be real. Yeah.
You had to wear them in there, so.
Right, I guess, I'm used to it, fool. Fuck off.
How else am I supposed to get to the shower, fool?
Floors are fucking dirty. Fucking Heine don't clean well. I'm about to leave her ass. Fuck, dude.
We are getting to that time.
Yeah, I hear everyone just got bummed, bro. Like we can do this for a long time.
We can talk about flip-flops for
so many things to talk about.
I think 20 minutes of the podcast was flip-flops.
Yeah.
We always like to leave our guests with a little piece of knowledge. What is like the biggest lesson you've learned so far doing comedy? Like your biggest comedic thing that you like that you can pass on to the listeners?
This is gonna sound so fucking broken glass type shit, dude, but like, just keep going up, dude. Like, I can be the one to tell you, like, I am not, my comedic habits are not the best. Like, I am not the best at writing. I don't write every day. I don't articulate a whole bunch of jokes, but I had been going up so fucking much this past 11 months that, like, I just wrote them as I went along. Mm-hmm. I would have way more jokes if I were just to like buckle down, and I'm gonna have to, and just be a writer for a little while and just chill on just performing so much. But for sure, if you're looking for advice from a first year comic, then I guess you can listen to me. But just keep fucking going. No matter how many times you eat shit, dude. If you hear a little pop in the audience from something you think is funny, keep fucking like hammering at that, because something there is funny. But if things are just bombing, and you're like, well, it's funny to me, so fuck them. Nah.
Yeah.
No. it's gonna keep bombing probably.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably not written the right way for you. Ask a friend if they're like, hey man, run it by a friend and tell them how they think about it. Like, because a lot of times some of my friends have given me some of the best fucking punchlines I have, or like not even punchlines, but just little tags, or you look like this guy, like has been a blessing to me, dude. All the things I talk about on stage in comparison to me looking like someone has legitimately told me those things. It's not like life writes itself sometimes, and so just keep fucking going on, man. That's it. Because that's what I'm going to keep doing. So I can't give any more advice and sound
that's
legit.
Awesome.
Just to keep going.
That's perfect. That's definitely a piece that we have not given on here yet. So that's beautiful, man. Well put.
Well, thank you guys so much for having me, dude.
Yeah, man. We appreciate having you on.
Tightest butthole ever, probably.
That's because you're sitting across from me. You know, Dustin wouldn't give you that same feel.
But do you think that's because of fear? Like, why would my butthole be tight across from you? Like,
you said yours. I thought you were giving us a compliment.
I said this is tight. I said tightest butthole ever, just in general. But
this is just a tight butthole.
It's like like an Asa Akira butthole. Like, yeah, it's been fucked a whole bunch of times, but she's had surgery. You know what I mean? So that's got to be the tightest butthole.
And then been fucked a bunch of times.
Right.
So it's probably still not tight, dog.
You might be right.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Back to business.
Yeah.
That's what the surgery's for.
So this has been a very tight butthole podcast.
Yeah.
I
agree.
Yeah.
Pretty tight.
This has been an awesome time. Let the listeners know where they can find you.
Yeah. So if you like Instagram and stuff, find me at Sad Boy Shinobi or Bubba McComb, whichever one you search should pop up. BubbaMcComb.com for like my shows and stuff. Hella Tired podcast on all the streaming platforms. And you can find an episode with these sexy boys on a very, very recent episode of my podcast coming out in probably a few weeks. So keep your heads on a swivel, and thank you guys again.
Absolutely. Bubba McComb. He is a beast. Listen to his words. Listen to his podcast. Check out his website. Give him views. And, also, we can't finish without saying, go on YouTube and check out his kendama skills. We didn't talk about it once we got busy, but
That's
Bubba is a legend.
And I'm not trying to say anything, but like
those are
pretty old videos.
He is also the #1 dead comic in Phoenix.
best dead comic that I know.
Yeah, ranked number one in the afterlife.
My favorite dead guy for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. No, I appreciate it, man. Hopefully you guys can hear this. Again, they had to put on a white noise filter to translate, so make sure you comment and let them know how much you appreciate them working hard for you guys.
Oh, snap. All right, Dustin, why don't you let them know where they can find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Dustin Cade on everything. Instagram, Facebook. Nah, don't add me by my Facebook. We got like 30 listeners.
Unless
they
you're
already
a
know
booker.
me on. Yeah, if you're a booker, add me on Facebook.
Dustin Cade is just a famous name, isn't it? Dustin Cade. It's like, I should be reading
the
that.
secrets of that name.
Oh.
It's deeper than you think.
Oh shit!
I worked for that name. I did some things.
Yeah,
you know how hard it is to get a 4-letter last
name. He killed the real
name.
Dustin Cade and took over his life.
Whoa, dude!
Yeah.
I was trying to become a
I wasn't even
this
really supposed to be
weekend.
friends with him. I was supposed to be friends with the other.
Just
Dustin
trying to use
Cade.
me as a poltergeist.
Yeah.
Like, where's the real Dustin?
Yeah, that's why he's from CG. He knows nobody will look into it.
Okay, I see you, bitch.
This has been a very paranormal episode of Blazing the Scene. Blazing the Afterlife.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have DeadBubbs on. And you can find me on Instagram at Joshua_H Comedy and on Facebook at Joshua Harrison. And you can find Blazing the Scene. Oh, and I'm also on Twitter. But yeah, I don't Twitter, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, I have Twitter too.
And make sure you follow us, Blazing the Scene Podcast, on IG and Facebook and YouTube. And if you can listen to us on Spotify, pretty much any podcast streaming network, and YouTube. As always, we appreciate you guys listening in, chiming into the bullshit we have to say. Thank you again, Bubba, for being on the show.
Thank you guys so much, man.
Awesome
this is fucking awesome.
Hell yeah, thanks, man.
And next episode, we break double digits, motherfucker.
Hey.
This has been Blazing the Scene, episode 9, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Peace.
Skis.